What's going on, people? It's your boy BSG coming to you with yet another video aimed at trying to help you increase your pockets, man. And if this video don't do it, then no other video that I've ever done will. Okay, this video is literally talking about what's wrong with your pockets, number one, which is the financial system that we're living in, and then what you need to do to get out of it. So this is going to be real impromptu, man. This is man or woman. I hope it's women. Listen, I need more women. It's too many dudes, man. Let me tell you something about dudes. Dudes don't be liking the videos. Dudes don't be commenting. Like, dudes will just watch the video, take the information, and then just leave. Like, and then they'll tell other people in the streets about you. Yeah, man, I was looking at this dude BSG. You have not liked the video not one time. You just taking the information and ghosting. You ain't saying nothing. Appreciate you, my dude. You just watching my videos and walking away. So, man or woman, if you watching and you appreciate the information that I am sharing with you, then please like the video, comment, say that. But see, let me tell you something about women. Women just be liking, video ain't even 30 seconds long. Oh, I like this. Oh, I'm going to comment about this. I'm going to send this to my girl. That's what women do. Okay, that's why women taking over, because they network. So I need more women on this show. If I have to bring my wife on the show to get more women, then that's what I'm going to do. I don't feel like getting it. It's my show. She got her own stuff, working out and stuff like that. I don't be involved in that. Anyway, so I'm looking at my portfolio, and this just hit me. I'm like, this stuff is just moving, going up and up. And I'm not doing anything to, like, I haven't worked to increase this. You know what I'm saying? I haven't, I guess I've worked to kind of research things and stuff like that, but I don't have a pickaxe. I don't have a shovel. I'm not laying brick. I'm not standing in the sun like them construction workers be doing with them stop signs. That's got to be one of the worst jobs in the world to me. Holding out a stop and a slow sign in 100-degree heat, trying to tell idiots who don't know how to drive to stop and slow down, like they can't see the big ass tractor. Like, you need a sign to stop. It's a big ass tractor in the middle of the road, but you gonna keep going. Like, that's got to be one of the dumbest jobs. I'm not doing that. I literally don't have to do anything. And so the question came up, like, everything in our society that they teach us is about stacking money, stacking dollars, stacking fiat. And so the question just hit me, like, why in the world would you want to stack money? And so I hear you saying, well, what's wrong with stacking money? We got savings, we got stocks. What's wrong with stacking money? Stacking money in 2020, or literally in the past, since really the beginning of time, stacking money has literally been one of the dumbest things that you can do. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Now, there may be periods where I have to put the mic down. See, we got this. You see these high-tech graphics. You got this pile of money right here. So I'm going to go ahead and make this pile of money smaller, because if you stacking money, that's what's actually happening to your money. All right, so I want to show you this here. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. If not, no, I can't. Hold on. All right, there we go. Took me a little while. Let me move this pile of money down, because it's literally, that's what's happening to your money. All right, so this is since 1913. What happened in 1913? The Fed was created to, manage the dollar and our wealth and stuff like that. So if you had $100 back in 1913, this is what has happened to your $100 since 1913. Okay, so again, the Fed was created. Off rip, it just lost half its value, okay, in the next 6 years. Then we had the Great Depression and stuff like that. All right, so then we had the Wall Street crashes. Okay, now if you notice, the dollar value went up when Wall Street crashed. I'll have to cover that in another video as to why. There's a very easy explanation as to why, and what I'm telling people right now in terms of the stock market. The dollar goes up when the market goes down. Okay, but that didn't last long. As soon as the market recovered, the dollar went back down. Then you have the Bretton Woods Agreement. Then you've had an oil crisis right now, about 1970 something. Our $100 is now worth $20. Okay, I wish I could say that's the end, but it's not. We had a second oil crisis. Oh Lord. Then we had a dot-com bubble. Now our dollar, $100 is worth less than $10 now. Okay, and then now, the tax cuts and all of that, and so right now your $100 is worth less than $5. So think about if your ancestors, say, hey, I want to take care of my future. I want to take care of my future family, future generations. I'm going to stack money. Okay. Well, depending on how much they stack, the value of what they've stacked, if it hasn't been appreciating, then is 95% of their efforts have been in vain. I want you to think about that. Okay, here's another illustration. I'm going to be giving you lots of illustrations. Let me see which one. Okay, we got that one. Let's get him out of there. Okay, and where is the other one? Where you at? All right, let's get him going now. Same concept. Value of a U.S. dollar since inception of the Federal Reserve. You see it. This is without all the graphics. So you can see what has happened. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was such a good idea to include this one, because it's basically saying the same thing. All right. Let's look at some other stuff. And let's get them out the way. Okay. Why does that matter? I guess, somebody, well, a dollar's a dollar, as long as I don't feel it, why does that matter? Okay. I'm going to tell you why it matters. That's one reason right there. Rent is too damn high. I didn't mean to go there yet, but, it would be different if the things that you're buying were depreciating the way that your dollar is depreciating, then you wouldn't feel it. Okay, if rent was the same as it was in the year 2004, and it went down with respect to your dollar, then it really doesn't matter how much your dollar is going down. Is that happening though? No, it's not. Is your rent going up while your dollar is going down? Yeah, that's what's happening. Are they paying you at your job in respect to the way the rent prices are appreciating, the way the grocery prices are appreciating? I'm telling you, I'm about to get into all of that, man. All right, so here is 2015 fair market rent in Washington, D.C. area. A one bedroom is $1,230 a month, and a two bedroom is $1,458 a month. Now, for those of you who don't know, When you try to rent a place, if the rent is $1,230 a month, you can't show that you make $1,231, $1,232. You have to show that you make. Most markets want a minimum of 3 times the rent. Sometimes people want more. So based on this area, this graph is showing you how much you would actually need to make in order to qualify for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. So you need $49,200 in 2015 to qualify for a 1-bedroom. You need $58,320 to qualify for a 2-bedroom. Okay, that's what you need. Here's what the actual jobs are paying. Customer service rep is paying $38,000. Administrative assistant is paying $48,000. Cashier, good luck. Food service manager, $66,000. And a cardiac technician, $44,000. That means out of all of these noble professions, the only person out of all of this that can qualify for anything is a food service manager. Not a cardiac technician. Not even an administrative assistant. Now, maybe the administrative assistant can go in with somebody. Like, you ain't qualifying by yourself. You need other people. That's what this means. Your dollars are decreasing in value. Oh, but there's more. So what's happening as a result of our dollar decreasing in value? Well, this is what's happening. This is the new trend now. These are actual houses. I just went on HomeDepot.com. I didn't mean to do this. I was researching something else. And Home Depot is selling tiny houses prefabricated. You can go to Home Depot right now, HomeDepot.com, and order you a tiny house because people can't afford to live in regular ass houses no more. So this is you with your tiny house. Maybe you paying cash or whatever, and now there's a whole community. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love being so close to my husband. I love being stomach to stomach with my wife all the time. Listen, to each his own, okay? But I can only speak for myself. My ass is too big to be in a tiny house. And my wife's ass is not small. So you can't have two thick ass people in a tiny house. Then we got kids. So I'm trying to imagine my thick self and my wife and my 2 kids. Everybody smelling everybody else's breath in this 10 by 10 room. Then I saw one of the dumbest things in the world on YouTube. I'm not going to bust them out because I appreciate what they're doing. They actually got a nice channel. But I'm not going to bust them out. But one of the dumbest things I ever seen in my life was in one of these tiny houses. Somebody had a 60-inch screen, and the screen was literally 8 inches from this dude's face. This is what I like to do. I like to watch TV. Brother, that TV is too damn big for your house. Then when he wants some popcorn, he got to take his big ass, because he wasn't small either, under the table, under the couch is some popcorn. Then he got to climb on top of the roof to get the butter and make some popcorn on top of the roof, and then climb his big self right back down to go 8 more inches in front of the TV screen. I'm not doing that, man. But this is what people got to do to live, because they can't afford to live. This is crazy. All right, so just to drive it home a little more, because I'm sure y'all get it by now. But just to drive it home a little bit more, all those charts that I showed you haven't even been keeping up with what's been going on recently. Okay, why does it matter the value of your currency? Well, let me show you why. Here's the euro dollar. This is the value of the euro versus the dollar. Look at what's happening since May. The value of the euro has gone up tremendously versus the value of the dollar. What does that mean? Why is that important? Well, for people like me and my wife, who we've been trying to move to Europe, what it means is all the houses that we've been looking at for the last 2 years have gone up by at least 10% or more in the past few months. So whatever the cost of the house is, if we was looking at $300,000 houses, it's now at least $330,000, $335,000, somewhere in there. Closing costs is more, taxes is more, everything is more. Light bill is more, electric bill is more, because our dollar is losing value against the euro, which I think is pathetic, but that's what's been happening because the euro ain't about nothing either. Let me show you the Aussie dollar, the Australian dollar versus our dollar. Since May, the Aussie dollar was 58, now it's 71. That's more than a 30% increase. So what that means is if you were looking at buying property, and I was considering it for about 18 seconds because I'm telling you, we're just trying to get out of here. But I'm like, man, our money is worth a lot in Australia. Well, whatever houses we was looking at is now 30% more than they was just a few months ago. This is what's happening now because of everything that's going on with the pandemic, with how our economy has been performing, the fact that they're not giving you any interest. See, last year the United States was giving you at least 2% on your dollar. Now they're giving you nothing. So all of these other countries were holding their money in dollars because they were the only ones paying interest. Now we're not even paying out interest. So it's like, well, look, if y'all ain't gonna pay out interest, and you're diluting your dollar, you're printing money. What is the point? Why, we just gonna sell these dollars? And meanwhile, you going to work, you're grinding for dollars. And literally, your dollars ain't worth nothing. Like literally, you're. Where's that other chart? Let me show you. I want y'all to get this. Historical home prices. All right. The blue is actual house prices, and the orange is adjusted for inflation. Back in 50 something, you could buy a house for less than $5,000. Now, you might have only been making $5,000, $6,000 back then, but you could buy a house. You could pay off your house in 2 years, 3 years. Now, the average cost, the median price is over $250,000. Can you tell me that your wages have 50x'd since then? No. And here's your house value versus inflation. Even when you adjust for inflation, house values are still up. Meaning this is the chart for how much harder it is to get a house. That's basically what it is. This is easy back here. Easy, sort of easy. Wait a minute. It's just getting hard. Now it's impossible because we just showed you what people are making. Okay. So let me show you the effect of what people are making. All right. If you were making $40,000 in the year 2000, you would need to be making at least $61,185 today just to have the equivalent of $40,000 in the year 2000. That means the price of things have gone up this much to where you need this much money to buy the same stuff that you could buy with $40,000 in the year 2000. Let's go back 10 more years. Y'all can really get it. So I'm a 90s kid. Okay? In terms of when I grew up, not when I was born. I'm older than that. All right, if you made $40,000 in 1990, you need to be making $80,000 now to have the same amount. Okay? Let's go to 2008. $40,000 in 2008. You need to be making $48,000. That's 20% more. Let's go to 2016. There's a reason why I'm going to these dates. Y'all know why? 2016. If you making $40,000 in 2016, you need to be making $43,899 in today. No matter by what metric you look at, your dollar is losing value. Everything is getting more expensive. I remember when I first moved to Atlanta. It hasn't been 10 years. And I remember that, going to the grocery store with my wife, and she showed me an $8 pack of bacon. And I like to have a fit. I'm like, what is $8 bacon? Who's buying $8 bacon? Bacon is $8. We did a video about it on another channel. Got a lot of views. $8 bacon. Okay, well, she just told me this just the other day. She said, guess how much that $8 bacon is now? I said, I don't want to know. It was $11. So that $8 bacon from not 10 years ago is now $11. And everything else that you can think about is higher. Bread is higher. Eggs are higher. She showed me a carton of eggs. Carton of eggs is $8. The range free, the chickens that they let catch Ubers and stuff. Chickens that they let, go outside and play basketball, them free range chickens, $8. Because, we don't want to eat the eggs of the chickens that's just being still. Even though I found out free range, they only got to have something like 2 square feet of movement. So it's still in free range at $8, man. Pepperoni high. Cheese is high. Bread is high. Everything is higher. Meanwhile, your wages are actually stagnant or worse. They're going down. So again, the question is, why in the world would you want to stack money? Why are you trying to stack money? Stack dollars when these dollars is just going down with my chart. Down and down and down and down. And you out there grinding. And you're just focused on trying to pile up. See, you don't even want to come. Trying to pile up these dollars. They're not doing anything for you, man. So what do you do? He don't want to move. I'm trying to get the dang to move. He don't want to move. So what do you do? All right, I get the point, man. What are you saying? All right. Let me show you something. Okay. I'm not going to even do Bitcoin. I'm going to do Ethereum. All right. Let's go to the weekly chart. Big mistake that people make with cryptocurrency is they get caught up in the fact that when it hit all-time highs is where it is now. All right. So let me show you something. Now, I just showed you stuff going back 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 4 years. Okay? And how the value of your dollar is losing money. Now I'm just gonna go back 4 years and look at the value versus the dollar of Ethereum. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. It's one of the most important cryptocurrencies that we have it's more important than Bitcoin. It's not as valuable, not yet. I don't know that it will ever pass Bitcoin, but it is definitely more important than Bitcoin. All right, well, just 4 years ago, one Ethereum, you look at this black number on the bottom right, it's kind of small. It was $8, $18, $16, $8, $10, $13. That's what one Ethereum was 4 years ago. Now, I'm just going to show you where it is now. We're going to skip all of this. Today, one Ethereum is $340. All right, so let me put that in perspective. What that means is, instead of your rent being too high, it means that for whatever amount of dollars that you were able to convert to Ethereum 4 years ago, it has made your rent 30 times cheaper. That's what that means. Let me explain that to you. Let me show you. That might have went over somebody's head. Huh? What do you mean? All right, let me show you. All right. Let's say your rent in 2016 was, let's just say it was $1,500. And let's just say that one Ethereum was $10. Let's just say $10. Okay? So it would take, let me get the numbers right. It would take 150 Ethereum to pay your rent in 2016. All right? Now, if you were still paying rent in Ethereum today, even if your rent was now $1,600 or $1,700, it would now only take you 5 Ethereum. So you went from paying 150 Ethereum to 5. So here's you back here, you working. Wherever you work, you could be working at minimum wage. I ain't gonna give nobody no credit today. You at a minimum wage place. Let's say you're making $20,000 a year. Whatever amount of that you were able to convert to Ethereum is now worth 30 times more. Translation, if you were able to take half of your 20,000 and put it in that year, that 10,000 is now worth 300,000 at least. All right, well, I didn't get in that early. I didn't know about it. Okay, all right, no problem. Well, let's just say you got in beginning of this year. Beginning of last year, 2019. Ethereum was $120 basically. Whatever amount that you put in to Ethereum in 2019 is now worth almost 3 times as much. The stock market is not up 3 times as much. Your wages are not up 3 times as much. And the stuff that you're buying is certainly not 3 times cheaper. If milk was $3 in 2019, it's certainly not $1 now. So you have to be relative to what's going on. So your goal in life right now, and really should have been, and what I have been doing for the past 5 years, is I have been trying to take as much fiat as possible and convert it to different type of cryptocurrencies. That's what I've been trying to do. And guess what? It's paid off. Don't get caught up in this. Well, I got in here. I know about somebody got in here and it went down. Okay. I'm sorry that you got in at the top. When I first got in Bitcoin, I got in at the absolute top. The absolute top. I bought it for $1,000 7 years ago. Okay. I watched it go down to $100-something. I didn't buy any more. If you bought up here, first of all, don't put all your money in. If you got $1,000, don't put all the 1,000 in right here. Put 100 in here, because you know this thing could have kept going. You got 1,000, put 100 this month, 100 next month, 100, 100. You average that out. And if you did that, you'd be profitable right now. But if you just hold on, I believe we're going to be right back up here. Why? Because the dollars continue to lose value. Because there's only so much, depending on, this is not true for every cryptocurrency now, okay? I don't want to say that. But there's only so much Bitcoin. There's only so much Ethereum. There's only so much of it. It's finite. Oh, by the way, when I go to these other countries, guess what my dollar is worth? I mean, literally, like I can't use dollars. I have to convert the dollars to something else, and they charge me upwards of 6 to 10% to convert it, depending on where you go. Meaning my actual dollars are actually worthless in just about every other country. Worthless. With Ethereum, if we started pricing things in Ethereum, and we can, there are merchants out there who accept it. You get off the plane, the Ethereum is worth, it's still 1 Ethereum in that other country. So if you bought an Airbnb for, 0.25 Ethereum a night, it's going to be 0.25 Ethereum. Get rid of your fiat and trying to convert it into as much crypto as possible. Because by every metric you've been losing. Home prices, you've been losing. Wages, you've been losing. Bacon, you've been losing. You've been losing versus Bitcoin. You've been losing versus the euro. You've been losing versus the Australian dollar. Why are you trying to stack money? Stack crypto. That's your goal. Make that your goal for the next 5 years. And come back to me. Tell me how it worked out. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.